inside DeKalb, inside your community, inside your government. With me, Paula Gwen Grant. Inside DeKalb. Welcome to Inside DeKalb. I'm Paula Gwen Grant. Great to see you all again. We have got a great show for you. There's a lot going on in our county, and we don't want you to miss any of it. Of course, DeKalb County is full of dedicated county user departments who work very hard to make sure the residents of DeKalb are served very well. Our DeKalb County library system has a major accolade to celebrate, and it beat out all the other library systems in Georgia's 159 counties. We're proud. DCTV's Aviva Hoffman has the story.
Our Library of the Year is the DeKalb County Public Library System.
The DeKalb County Public Library System receives top honors at the state capitol. With library supporters and employees on hand, our state's top elected official recognized DeKalb's library system as #1 in Georgia.
Thank you for what you're doing in your local communities back home, keeping our state educated, helping us get that workforce that we need out there in this great state. So God bless you all. Thank you.
The Georgia Public Library Service selected DeKalb's library system as the 2018 Georgia Public Library of the Year. The annual award is one of 5 in the state, acknowledging superstar libraries, librarians, and advocates.
It's my honor to be able to represent all of DeKalb County Public Library staff because this really has been a team effort, and we're just very proud of the work we're doing.
These creative, innovative programs include Primetime Preschool, using storytelling and playtime to introduce young children and their families to literature. A free mobile hotspot program, allowing patrons to check out a mobile device to connect to the internet. The Human Library Project, allowing participants to have very personal, one-on-one conversations with guest speakers, like an ex-gang member, a refugee, a blind person, an atheist, a transgender woman, a wrongfully convicted man, and more.
We just want an opportunity to come together, offer you a safe space to sit down and have a conversation.
Another library feature, overdue fee pardons with fine-free summer promotions and all kinds of additional reading programs held throughout the year.
DeKalb County is one of the most, if not the most, diverse, culturally diverse counties in the state of Georgia. And the library goes a long way to promote that through programming and services that we offer to the communities.
DeKalb County CEO Michael Thurman attended a special ceremony at the Decatur branch in January to first recognize DeKalb earning the Public Library of the Year award. In 2018, CEO Thurman included an additional $2.2 million in his budget for DeKalb County's public libraries. The DeKalb Board of Commissioners agreed, approving the measure. County leaders also raised the minimum wage to $14 an hour, affecting 90 library employees.
CEO Thurman understands the vital role that we have in our whole communities, all of our communities throughout DeKalb. DeKalb's a big county. We have a lot of communities in it that depend on the resources of the library. I like libraries because to me they're about people and they're about community building and they're about just connecting people with resources. They're just awesome places, and so I've always loved them and always wanted to be a part of them.
Libraries are doing lots and lots of exciting things, and DeKalb particularly has great libraries all throughout the county. Each different community has different library needs, and they've done a great job addressing all of those.
No matter what your economic station in life is, everything's equal at the library.
There's truly something for everyone at your local DeKalb County Library, including at this branch, the Decatur one. Be sure and check them out. Aviva Hoffman, Inside DeKalb.
Congratulations to DeKalb Public Library System. We're so proud of you. A very well-deserved recognition. Now, speaking of a much-deserved recognition, this next story involves DeKalb County Public Safety being recognized at the state capitol as well. Crystal Thomas has this heartwarming story.
Thanks, Paula. Now, this next story could have ended in tragedy, but thanks to DeKalb County's dedicated first responders, it has a happy ending.
Casey Crawford is grateful to be alive, thanks to the first responders who saved her life in July of 2018. Crawford, who has a severe seafood allergy, suffered from a major allergic reaction while attending an event.
I immediately went into respiratory failure and then into cardiac arrest. And so from that point, I was unconscious, heart stopped, no pulse.
Witnesses rushed to Crawford's aid and contacted first responders who arrived on scene and began life-saving measures. Stone Mountain Park Police Corporal Warren Hall was the first officer on scene.
When I arrived, I found Miss Crawford on the ground in a doorway to one of the conference areas. She was not breathing and she was unresponsive.
Corporal Hall and other first responders, including police and fire, worked tirelessly to stabilize Crawford while waiting for paramedics to arrive. Paramedics then transported Crawford to DeKalb Medical, where she received treatment.
Cardiac arrest is very serious, and more people need to be trained because within the blink of a second, you can lose your life.
I'm just glad you're okay.
In this case, Crawford was very lucky as she made a full recovery. In fact, the day she was released from the hospital, she ran into Officer Hall and thanked him for helping to save her life. To show her gratitude, Crawford partnered with Better Outcomes, a community-based nonprofit health and safety training organization. Together, they hosted an event at the Georgia State Capitol to celebrate those first responders and thank them for their hard work. Stone Mountain Park Police, along with the responding paramedics and additional first responders, were invited to the Georgia State Capitol and were honored by Governor Brian Kemp and Casey Crawford.
We're here to do a job. We're here to protect and serve. It's a great honor just to take it for everybody, not just ourselves, but it's very special for sure.
Senator Emanuel Jones arranged for photos on the Senate chamber floor and presented to each first responder.
And to that, I say thank you.
These life-saving individuals received letters of accommodation from the governor, as well as awards from Crawford.
I speak for everybody when I say that we truly love what we do and wouldn't change it for the world.
Governor Kemp thanked the officers for their hard work and dedication to the citizens of DeKalb County. Crawford handed out several awards, the Star of Life Gold Awards from Better Outcomes, to each of the first responders on scene who played a part in saving her life, including the 911 operator who made the call.
25 people here have all played a big part in this, just saving my life, and I'm just so thankful.
Being recognized, it's representing all of us, and it's an honor to be here representing everyone, not just myself, but all the other crews that also don't get recognized for the saves they have.
Despite all that these brave men and women did to save Crawford's life, they say they don't consider themselves the heroes. They say Crawford is the real hero because she had the will to live.
We're very blessed and thankful for the outcome. Casey is an incredible person. If you've talked with her, she affects everybody that she meets in a positive manner. So I think she was meant to be here with us on Earth, and we're just glad that we were in the right position at the right time.
It's worth it. It's always worth it.
DeKalb salutes Stone Mountain Park Police Department and all these individuals for their life-saving efforts. We hope to see many more stories like this, with a life saved and a positive outcome for all involved.
A big thank you to everyone involved in saving Casey's life. From the 911 operator all the way to the doctors in the emergency room, this was truly a team effort. Crystal Thomas, Inside DeKalb.
Thanks, Crystal. Wow, now that was an amazing story. It's so great to see the first responders being recognized for the hard work that they do to protect us every single day. Thank you all so much. Now don't go anywhere. We've got more Inside DeKalb right after this break. Coming up next on Inside DeKalb, I'll show you how DeKalb County is working to keep our youth involved in their local government. And later,
I'll show you how the district attorney's office is going above and beyond in their service to the people of DeKalb County.
All that and more coming up on Inside DeKalb. Welcome back to Inside DeKalb. I'm your host, Paula Gwen Grant. The DeKalb County Juvenile Court recently announced that they received a grant which will allow many opportunities for youth internships within their office. Let's take a look at this amazing opportunity for our youth. DCTV's director, Diamond Lewis, has more.
Thanks, Paula. That's right. DeKalb County's Juvenile Court has been awarded a $1.1 million federal grant to fund paid internships for DeKalb County youth. And many of those internships just began in June of this year.
Take a look at these young people working in DeKalb County. Through DeKalb's summer internship program, they are receiving valuable work experience while also getting paid. Another example of young people being put to work in DeKalb is the Youth Build Grant, administered through the DeKalb Juvenile Courts. This program is year-round.
What this grant is basically doing is transitioning our youth that are coming out of the non-traditional setting of school and giving them the opportunity to get apprenticeships, actually get a certification in something. So it's giving them the opportunity to expand their education opportunities so that they can be productive citizens in DeKalb County.
We hope to make sure our youth get the training that they deserve and need and ultimately work. Most of the problems that we have with youth that's getting in trouble nowadays is because they don't have any other means of income. So every crime is just not done out of opportunity, and sometimes it's done out of need, and we want to address some of those needs.
DeKalb Juvenile Court is partnering with WorkSource DeKalb, the Solicitor General's Office, and other organizations to provide training, paid work experience, internships, high school and GED completion, as well as other amazing opportunities for DeKalb youth.
We have an incredible court administrative office and our program managers here, and they're going to work diligently with this grant.
This is just one of many work programs available to youth in DeKalb County. Youth employment and internship opportunities have long been a priority of CEO Michael Thurman's administration.
You all are the ones who stand in the gap for our youth on an ongoing basis, and I thank you for it. And you employed for DeKalb, but really you're doing God's work. You really are. And let's give yourselves and all of you all a round of applause. Thank you so much, Judges.
This is an opportunity for our juvenile court to be a resource and be an asset to making things happen. There's a case where Healy wrote word that says Maji, which is a bridge over troubled waters. This is an opportunity for us to be a bridge to bring communities together, youth, parents.
And this grant program will do just that. Youth Build is a nonprofit organization where volunteers provide education and job skills to teens and young adults between the ages of 16 and 24. Youth Build programs focus on helping young people learn construction skills to help build affordable housing and other projects to help their communities.
Our organization is actually going to provide mentorship on the construction sites that we're working on, such that the youth that decide that they want to take the construction path can work with us if they choose to do single-family residential or residential housing.
There are 260 Youth Build programs in the United States, serving more than 8,000 young adults who left high school early without a diploma, and about 30% who have had some level of court involvement.
At any point in time, my office has the ability to provide wraparound services, to extend an opportunity, to engage with these youth, to continue the process the juvenile court has already begun. Then it's our job.
This grant is special for us because it's a first step for some of our young people towards that opportunity of earning some kind of certification that they're good at something.
Interns in this program are brought in through a referral process and then participate in interviews and a week-long orientation. During the orientation, they learn team building and soft skills training. These skills will help participants succeed not only in this program, but in all of their future endeavors.
You can be dismayed with two, or have hope in two. And I chose hope, and hope succeeded. And that's what I want you all to do.
Congratulations to DeKalb County's Juvenile Court for securing that grant and for providing critical hands-on work experience to DeKalb County youth. Now, as I stated earlier, many of those internships actually began just last month, but don't worry, there are still positions available. To find out how you too can snag your spot, simply contact the court administrator. Reporting from Memorial Drive at the Gregory A. Adams Juvenile Court Center, I'm Diamond Lewis, inside DeKalb.
Thanks so much, Diamond. Wow, we really can't wait to see how this grant will help provide great opportunities for DeKalb County's youth. I'm sure we're going to see great things from them, all of the participants in the future. Great story. Now, next up on the show, we're going to take you out into the community where DeKalb County's District Attorney, Sherry Boston, hosted the 4th annual Love Run. Oh, this is fun. DCTV's Crystal Thomas has this story.
Thanks, Paula. DeKalb County District Attorney Sherry Boston's annual Love Run is a great place for the community to get together and rally for an important cause. Let's take a look.
For the past 4 years, DeKalb residents and officials have been lacing up their sneakers to join in on District Attorney Sherry Boston's annual Love Run 5K.
This is an initiative I started when I was Solicitor General and extended it when I became DeKalb County District Attorney. And it really is a love run. It is time for us to dedicate our thoughts and resources to bringing awareness to teen dating violence. And even better, we get a chance to raise money for the Women's Resource Center to end domestic violence that helps victims right here in DeKalb.
The Women's Resource Center to End Domestic Violence, or the WRC, provides many programs and resources to help end and spread awareness about domestic violence.
We are so grateful for our partnership. I mean, the Women's Resource Center is an agency that she has supported even when she was solicitor and now as DA, and the partnership says a lot, it means a lot, and we couldn't ask for a better partner.
DA Sherry Boston and the WRC have been in partnership for some time. In 2018, during the 15th Annual Champions for Change Awards luncheon, DA Boston was honored as the WRC's 2018 Champion for Change. This for all of the hard work she does to help benefit this organization and all those who are affected by domestic violence.
It's so humbling to receive this award because to get an award when you get to do work like this every day, it almost feels like that I'm not worthy of it, because I see this as my duty and my responsibility.
During DA Boston's acceptance speech, she shared her grandmother's experience with domestic violence, which inspired her to dedicate her career to raising awareness about domestic violence.
With little but nothing on the clothes on her back, no job, pregnant and alone, she made the difficult and heart-wrenching decision to leave her 4 children behind in order to escape her abusive husband.
According to the CDC, 1 in 4 women and 1 in 10 men have experienced some form of sexual or physical violence by an intimate partner during their lifetime. During the Love Run, information on domestic violence is available to all attendees.
This type of run is very, very important, and it's significant because it allows the community to see that we're all joining together to fight against domestic violence.
Over the past 4 years, DA Sherry Boston's Love Run has raised approximately $22,121 to benefit the Women's Resource Center. The Love Run has helped to raise awareness about domestic violence here in DeKalb County to ensure a bright and safe future for everyone. For more information, visit DeKalbDA.org. Crystal Thomas, Inside DeKalb.
Thanks, Crystal. Now that certainly looked like a fun way and a great way, really, to raise money for a very important cause, because all of the proceeds raised will go to benefit the advocacy and the prevention programs of the Women's Resource Center to end domestic violence. Now, we've got a lot more show coming up. Hold on, more Inside DeKalb right after this break. Coming up next on Inside DeKalb.
DeKalb County has increased park safety. Find out exactly how coming up.
Stay with us. Welcome back to Inside DeKalb. I'm Paula Gwen Grant. This next piece is about the DeKalb County Department of Recreation, Parks, and Cultural Affairs, where they're working hard and bringing some extra help to continue making sure our parks and recreational centers are safe for DeKalb County neighborhoods and communities. Aviva Hoffman has a closer look.
New park rangers are patrolling DeKalb County's parks and recreational facilities year-round to increase safety and the enjoyment of all.
We're constantly running on a clock. We're running. And so we just want to make DeKalb County residents feel very safe.
We have a lot of people using our parks. We have illegal dumpings, unfortunately. We have some vandalism, graffiti, that type of thing. So as large as an area this is, we're one of the major metro areas in the country, and we should have park rangers.
With DeKalb Park Rangers on duty 7 days a week, through all the seasons and all the weather, there's a noticeable focus on safety and public awareness throughout the county's 113 parks.
This is where you really need to focus on the trails, because I want to make sure that there's no activities going on down here. No one is trying to do illegal things.
DeKalb CEO Michael Thurman and the DeKalb County Board of Commissioners endorsed the Park Ranger Initiative in 2018, making way for the hire of Ranger Curtis Carter and 3 others, who all love the outdoors.
So basically, every day during my work hours, this is what I do. This is my office, totally. And I enjoy my office.
DeKalb's Rangers are monitoring green spaces in cars, on foot, bicycles, and ATVs, looking for anything really that's out of place.
Not only our job is to patrol the parks and look for suspicious activities, our job is also to make sure the parks are clean.
It's all in a day's work to keep our parks in tip-top shape. During our visit with Ranger Carter, we watched as he discovered a malfunctioning water fountain and reported it for a needed repair.
DeKalb County Watershed Management Emergency Repair, Krista speaking. How can I help you?
This is Ranger Carter with DeKalb County, and I am here at Exchange Park, and what we have here is on the baseball field, the water fountain is just pouring out.
It's actions like these that help make our parks safe and fun for all.
That really feels good to make sure that everyone had an awesome time at the park and they didn't have to worry about anybody acting up or giving them any type of problems, and that makes me feel good.
Aside from patrolling the grounds, watching for illegal activity, vandalism, broken lights, and other facility issues, Rangers are also building relationships through community outreach and public awareness.
Hey, how y'all doing? All right. Hey, how are you? All right.
Morning.
Hey, sir.
How are you?
I'm well, sir. How you doing?
Seeing you.
It's good to be seen.
Right.
And nice to you, sir. Hey, thank you. Have a good one.
Whether you live here or are just visiting, it's easy to see why DeKalb County Parks and Green Space offer opportunities to enjoy life. Aviva Hoffman, Inside DeKalb.
Well, that does it for this episode of Inside DeKalb. Okay, remember now, we are everywhere. We're out and about, bringing you the news you can really use and be proud of when it comes to the county you call home. Don't forget, check us out on all of our social media platforms. For all of the DCTV team, I'm Paula Gwynn Grant. We'll see you next time here on Inside DeKalb.